I started reading this book called Into the Wild. It's about this rich kid that kind of abandoned his college and his trust fund and decided he's going to go live on the road and eventually move up to Alaska and rough it out there.
Are you going to watch the movie?
I probably will, yeah. Have you read it or watched the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
I have.
Wow.
Yeah.
12th grade reading level, huh?
I went to that bus, actually.
Wow, the bang bus.
Yeah.
Was that the first bang bus?
That was the first bang bus.
But I'm finding it, I'm probably like 40, 50 pages into it. I'm finding it pretty interesting, the mentality.
Yeah.
That he was kind of one of these guys who was like, sovereign citizen, I don't need a license or active registration, I'll just be traveling along.
Sovereign citizen.
There was a mention or two of that pretty early on in the story. But yeah, I'm fine. It's fascinating to read the mentality of that kind of person who's just, it'll be fine. I'll go out unprepared into the wild and just figure it out. And this is where I'm going to live. By the way, just living in a bus that people use for like hunting shelter is a dick move.
Oh yeah, and people try and go hunt there, and there's some asshole with his urine piled up.
Some Alabama rich kid. Yeah.
He's like, he could be fine out in the world and not wasting the natural resources, but instead he's
stinking up the bus that we need to use.
Yeah. They towed that bus away. They like airlifted it out. They're like, we're not going to make it a destination for people anymore. Did you read about that?
I haven't gotten there yet. I'll probably work on that more this weekend.
I don't know if that's in the book. Might be like in just the story surrounding it.
Yeah. But so far, I'm enjoying it. But that's kind of, it's fascinating reading up on some of that Alaska-style stuff. You know, that crazy wilderness stuff. There was the one story that's in our chat on the theme, which was a live stream in Alaska. There was there was a big uproar.
A bear.
Yeah, a bear. I'm trying to find where it went.
So there was a bear. Oh, there was a camera set up. Was it set up because they knew where this bear was at, or is it just like, hey, this is a wilderness camera?
Yeah, I think it's a wilderness camera.
And they happened to catch one bear killing another bear, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was a male bear killing a female bear. Grizzlies, both of them. And from what I read in this article, the camera is up to monitor the bear populations for their health and eating and make sure they're all fat and happy. Mm-hmm. Right now, these bears in particular are pretty fat and happy going into heading into the fall and winter. They're getting ready to hibernate. But I guess on this live stream, a male bear straight up like drowned a female bear, and this is some of the footage. It's kind of fucked up, but they're like way out in the water, and the male bear is here on the right, the female's on the left, but they don't really show a whole lot of it on here because it's kind of fucking crazy just watching nature play out like that. And then here, I'll show it for us. So the bear goes on top, drowns the other one. Apparently it took several minutes, and then he fucking drags her out of the water onto the shore.
Does he eat her?
Maybe. It probably went just out of frame. I'm sure some researcher is going to get out there after this incident and go check it out.
He might have eaten her.
Yeah.
Grizzlies are like the meanest ones, right?
Dude.
Is it grizzlies?
Them and polar bears.
And black bears and brown bears are like whatever. You could probably just slap them in the face. Right?
And then the China panda bears that are just little dogs.
Oh yeah, they
finally admitted to that one.
They were just dogs painted like pandas.
Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't have, because I love the mystery and the ambiguity.
Well, so far they haven't admitted to those sun bears not being people in costumes.
Oh, okay.
The way they stand up and wave at people.
Dial cell phones, surf the internet.
Yeah, have a smoke break every few hours.
Sign up for health insurance.
Yeah.
Go to HR with problems with other bears.
Yeah. Would you ever go camping in Alaska?
Yeah, and probably like one of those, safe places where it's like
go out there with a guide that you pay.
No, just if it was like a how would you say, developed area where it's like real tourist friendly type of thing. But definitely not when it's crowded or there's a lot of people,
I go camp out by the crab and boats.
Yeah, I got crabs, but no. I guess just like book a cool, or what I would really love is that what is it, Life Below Zero. I think they get 6 weeks on and then like 4 weeks off and then 6 weeks on or something like that.
Yeah, is that one like heavily produced with storylines and all that?
It's hard to tell. I haven't watched it in a couple of years. When I did, I mean, they did have stuff that happened, and just because it's below zero, you know, shit happens that you don't plan for, or you plan for, and you're like, I bet you this is going to happen.
Your poop bucket freezes.
I guess, let me see here. The stove that he built was the exhaust, like the pipe that went up from it, was burning a hole, was like burning the wood around it. So he had to put something in there so it wouldn't start the house on fire. Like that kind of stuff.
Just trying to stay warm.
Or having to go and hunt. That's the part I would have a real problem with, is having to go and hunt and then clean an animal, and that's
in the cold.
And that's basically your food. And if you don't get that, then they'll probably have to bail you out. I don't think they would let you die, right?
So what's the circumstances of the show? These people are sent out there to survive for 6 weeks?
Yep.
Oh, then yeah, they would probably extract you if there was a way to.
6 to 12 weeks or something like that. But
in the winter or in the summer?
When it becomes almost, when you're kind of in there isolated. So probably, I'd say in the winter and the summer.
Okay, I might need like a tent and a pair of boots, but I don't think you need much more than that. There's probably a sharp rock around I can make a knife with.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. There's probably a Radisson Inn somewhere I could sneak into.
Well, that's what I would do. I'd just be like, I don't want to rough it. I do follow this guy on YouTube, and he'll do some cool shit like go out into the middle of Alaska and just hop off a train and then walk, 7 or 8 miles, and then he'll just start a campsite, and it'll be completely covered with snow. He'll dig the snow out.
Is that the Outdoor Boys?
Yes,
that
you watch
dude?
The Outdoor Boys?
Yeah. He's making bread.
That guy eats so much. Like when he's
you're out there, you're in the elements, you're hiking all that distance with like 50 pounds of gear.
Yeah, so you need a lot of calories. That's a good point. But dude, his bread, right? How he
this honey's so good.
Dude, his honey with like butter melted into it, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking awesome.
Something like that does make you kind of want to go do something similar, but then you just don't want to have to suffer.
Too much fucking trouble, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'll go out
in the hotel parking lot.
Well, I would go out there and do the survival stuff, but I wouldn't do the cooking stuff unless it was like raw meat, and then I'll just put some cheese on it and just like eat it that way like a barbarian. But I'm not gonna like bring all the accoutrement.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit to bring.
And he was like, "Oh, I just get this little packet and put it in here," and it was like him and his kids eat like 5 times a day when they're out there, dude.
We just shot 14 birds.
Yeah. But I love that he does that, and like the most impressive thing is where he digs out the snow, and there's like a
for
puddle
no reason other than to sleep in it for one night.
And there's a puddle there, and he's like, "Oh, we better start a fire here to melt all the water, or to melt all the ice and evaporate the water." And then it's like, "Yep, it's nice and cozy." And then he covers it with dirt and puts his sleeping bag down, and he's got a nice little heated sleeping bag.
Dude, Mormons will do anything to not drink or do drugs. Near-death survival.
He has to have some resources because he has like a cool little snow cat.
Oh, he's a lawyer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a lawyer
for the church.
Well, in Alaska, I'm sure you got plenty of cases coming up.
Oh,
it's kind of the land of ne'er-do-wells.
Oh, gotcha. What if
people go out there to escape?
Oh, really? Do you think the people from the Mormon videos on Pornhub go out there to escape?
Mormon slut banged hard. Are we sure? Wasn't she just someone's stepsister last week?
Yeah, right. And it's always like some girl in a white dress or like white gown, and then everybody else is in like white clothing
to indicate purity. Sure.
Oh boy. So yeah, that was, what were we just talking about?
All the Alaska survival stuff.
I would definitely do that. Alaska stuff is because of the bear video.
Yeah.
And of course, who could forget? You can't mention
Bear Grylls. Oh,
well, yeah, him too. But I was thinking of Grizzly Man,
Timothy Treadwell.
What would Grizzly Man say about this? he'd probably say, "Oh, why are you two fighting? Stop it!
Stop it, you two! Let her go! She didn't do anything. There's enough water for both of you."
You think that's what he would say?
Yeah.
I think that's
Well,
pretty
yeah,
accurate.
you remember how he was arguing with the fox that took his hat?
Oh, yeah. And then, like, a month later, that fox's head was bitten off. And
He was
just
crying
laying
about
there.
it.
It wouldn't have been worse if he was like, "It serves you right for stealing my fucking hat."
Don't do that.
It just all takes a dark turn.
That's the real tape Werner Herzog told his girlfriend not to watch.
Oh, really?
him trying to talk down a cub.
And she's all, "Why? Is it horrible?" And he was like, "No, I came too hard."
It's really embarrassing. You really don't want to see this.
Oh, boy.